what happened in Louisiana with Joe McKnight. Of course, he was shot and killed, the former NFL running back, but the guy who shot and killed him is a free man. Police released 54-year-old Ronald Gasser Thursday night, just hours after gunning down McKnight in an alleged road rage incident in Terrytown, Louisiana, just outside of New Orleans. According to the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office, Gasser and McKnight had a heated verbal exchange after one of the men cut the other off in traffic. Things came to a tragic head when Gasser drew his semi-automatic handgun, shooting McKnight multiple times. Gasser's release has sparked outrage throughout the New Orleans area and the nation. Despite the controversy surrounding McKnight's death, his family is shifting their focus elsewhere.
We're not commenting on that right at the moment. We just want to keep the positive. We want to keep the positive and keep moving forward and staying strong. That's it. My brother was a fun person. He was a family man. He loved a lot. He likes to play jokes. Everybody loved that. He was that type of person. You know him, you know how he was. You know he was family.
Local police continue to stress Gasser isn't in the clear yet, and public outrage won't prevent them from investigating this case as they see fit.
We're not going to reveal at this point in time any of the details of this investigation. Why? There are still witnesses that we are looking for. And I do not want to be accused of tainting this investigation or suggesting a story about this investigation to witnesses that we have not located and talked to. People can Monday morning quarterback what we've done. Mr. Gasser is not going anywhere. He has been completely cooperative with us. The issue at the end of the day is that we will do a very thorough and deliberate investigation.
Joining me on Skype from from New Orleans to discuss what's happening on the ground there is Judge Morris Reed, president of the NAACP's New Orleans chapter. Judge Reed, I'm still trying to, I heard the sheriff there. I cannot imagine someone gunning somebody down in a street there in New Orleans and the guy walks the same night.
This is incredible. It's incredulous. I'm aghast. Roland, just pointing to an earlier case that occurred a couple of years ago in the same jurisdiction. In 2013, a black shooter, Mr. Ronald Baptiste in Jefferson Parish, the same district where the sheriff patrols every day, was arrested and charged for shooting a white male, 27 years old, who tried to enter his truck. He fired once, a 75-year-old grandfather. Guess what happened? They charged him with second-degree murder. They incarcerated him on a $500,000 bond. So the charges, the incident with Joe McKnight are certainly more aggravating because he was shot 3 times and may have been fired upon 4 times, and he was towards the rear of the man's car and made no attempt, that as it appears, to enter the car. Look, this is a checkpoint for Homeland Security. There's cameras abound. This man Gasser has a history of road rage attacks. He attacked a white gentleman, 51 years old, in 2006 at the same intersection. You know, this is crazy. But there might be some type of relationship with law enforcement with Gasser, and he indicated that at the scene of the shooting, that he has connection with law enforcement because his occupation appears to be providing telephone service to penal institutions. So, you know, he may have political connections that the ordinary citizen doesn't.
Scott Bolden, real quick here, what do you make of this?
It's the sheriff's discretion. Remember, Louisiana has a stand your ground law, which means that McKnight was outside, the shooter was inside his vehicle, and what the sheriff is struggling with and what needs more investigation is whether stand your ground allows him to walk or allows him even to be charged, because if he felt trapped, he had a gun, McKnight was out, and he felt he had no other course but to shoot. That's what the sheriff is struggling with. I'm not saying that's right, but I'm saying that that's what it is. You got to remember, stand your ground says I don't have to retreat, and I can use deadly force if I feel like I'm going to be bodily harmed or be killed.
And Judge, real quick here, about 30 seconds here, several witnesses said they heard McKnight apologizing to Gasser for what took place.
That's correct. And in the earlier case with the Baptiste case, and as I pointed out earlier, you know what the sheriff told Mr. Baptiste? The criminal justice system told Mr. Baptiste, a black grandfather, you should have taken some type of evasive action when this white boy
Got it.
was trying to break into your truck and attack you.
Got it. Judge,
So what's good for the goose should be good for the gander.
we'll surely be covering this, see what happens next. Judge, we appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Kickstart your day at 7 and get the news you need from the perspective you want. NewsOne Now with Roland Martin. Every weekday morning at 7 on TV 1.